All right, welcome to One Nation of Sports Soccer Magazine Extra. This is September the 9th, Monday, September the 9th. Where is the time going? You know what? You know where it's going? It's football season. That's where it's going, and that's what we're going to talk about tonight as we talk with our guest, Brooks Volkart of the California Pintos. Excited to have him on here. Been trying to get him on here a couple times, and it's just finally was able to work out tonight. So with that, I want to go ahead and just bring this young man on. He's had quite a few challenges physically, but he is rip roaring, ready to go now. So let's go ahead and bring him on. Hey Brooks, how you doing?
Good. How are y'all?
We're doing good. Good to have you on here, and we finally were able to get this to happen. So that's awesome.
hmm
And you just are not too far removed from getting out of practice, right?
No, we just got out like 2 hours ago.
Yeah, very good. Well, we'll make this quick so you can enjoy the rest of your evening. You'll probably maybe even want to watch some football. I don't know, but you'll just be able to do whatever you want after we're done with the interview. How's that?
Sounds good.
All right. Well, Brooks, first of all, I want to start. Check out that picture. I mean, that's pretty intimidating. Is that what the opposing team has to look at when you're staring them down?
Yep. Every game, every
All
every
right.
play.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I really like that picture and the design of the article. You guys' colors and your uniforms and field, everything just always pops. My daughter always says, "I love the colors of this field and their jerseys." So very good. From a photographer's perspective, it works out really well. Um, in your article, you spoke about your older brothers. Tell us about Caleb and Walker and how each of them have inspired you as a student athlete, a person. How have they inspired you? Let's go with that.
Yeah. So like, when they were like playing sports, I was super young and like just I kind of just have to go off of stories, but I remember some like plays of them and like all the plays I see of them are just amazing and trying to be like them is just makes me want to be better every day, and all the awards they got, just I want to like I want to match them and I also want to like be better than them every day, and the skills they taught me just I I I want them to be proud of me and show that I can make it with them.
Absolutely. I'm sure they're already proud of you. But just from the perspective of trying to keep you humble and keep you down, they're probably like, they're probably just say you're never going to achieve greatness like they did. I don't know, stuff like that. Stuff like older
Yeah.
brothers do. You shared that they're not only your brothers, but they're your friends, coaches, family, and role models. Expand on that a little bit, please.
Yeah, so, like, just like them being my friends, me and Walker, my brother, we play Xbox all the time together, and, like, we always be trash talking, and it's always a good battle, like, on the sticks. I usually beat him actually, but he gets close a lot of the times, so he always, like, texts me back like, "Hey, let's run it back," every time. But, like, also when I was young, Walker made me do, sit-ups, like, when I was, like, 3 years old, so like if I do like a wrong move or something like that, I was doing sit ups and I was too young to like actually like get up. So I had like my hands behind my back, using my shoulders to fully get up to do the sit ups. And
At 3 years old,
like,
huh?
yeah, 3 years old, super young. But they're always available for me, and like I'll text them, and they'll be like, they respond immediately, and they're 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 always there for me. And like I had to get a story from Caleb, and he responded immediately and he gave me like information that I'd even know yet, so I can succeed in that stuff.
Yeah, that's great. Uh, Speaking of great, we've got a comment here real quick from Chris Dunham. He said, "Great kid." So thanks, Chris, for your comment, and I know that Brooks would appreciate that as well. And you know what, Brooks? Here's the cool thing. Since this is going to be on the internet for who knows for how long, forever, I don't know. You can pull that up anytime. Anybody wants to say something nice about you, you can pull it up and feel good about it. And
hmm
then, maybe you can even just brag to your brothers about it. Look, they said this about me and they didn't mention you at all. How's that?
Might have to bring it up tomorrow.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Uh, you also have great support from your parents, your sister, and your sisters-in-law. Tell us about them and how special have they been to you?
Yeah, my parents, since, like, my mom owns a flower shop and my dad, he works on the farm, they always find time for me still, and, like, they always find time to watch my games or, like and, like, just, like, be there for me, and knowing that I have them is very special, and, like, they're always like, "Hey, you did great here," and they my mom actually she's the sports person out of her and my dad, and she'll tell me, like, "Hey, why didn't you do this instead of that?" And that's just funny to me, and my sister-in-laws, they like it's weird, they've actually became my sisters. Like,
Hmm.
they always make fun of me, and that's always fun to hear from them.
Yeah,
And my actual sister, she lives in the nursing home, and um she um she has like a necklace of like blue and white and red beads, and she says it gives us good luck every week, and
yeah.
so we can get a victory. And she cuts out the pictures in the newspaper of me and like hangs them up in her room, and that means a lot to me,
Oh,
knowing that she's there.
yeah, that's wonderful. That's very good. What's her name?
Amanda.
Amanda. All right. Obviously, Amanda loves you, and she is very proud, a very proud sister. That's awesome.
Very.
Very good. What kind of values have you learned from your parents, and how have you been able to apply that in sports and in the classroom?
Yeah, like I said, since like my mom is a flower shop and my dad's a farmer, they work long hours, and being able to like I think like taking those seeing them work long hours means like I can work long hours and like studying long or maybe spending extra time in the weight room or working being in the gym working on my jump shot, you know, knowing that like hey, they can do it, like I can do it too, and knowing that like everybody can do it. It's just like you got to put in the time.
In your article, your parents gave a quote that speaks a lot about the person that you are. They said, "His kindness would be what we are most proud of." What does that mean to you hearing that coming from your parents?
um it means a lot knowing that like hey, I might be the person that changes another person's day for the better, and like I've always wanted to be treated like the way I treat other people, and seeing like me treat people nicely, and like then they'll treat me back nicely. It's like wow, like maybe I like am the reason they treated me nicely, or like something like that, or maybe they'll treat other people nicely. And I just want to. It's like the golden rule,
Yeah,
Teachers always taught us that one,
yeah.
and
How, I think you can find that in any school setting where you see those kids that are, I wouldn't say loners but are off by themselves, or, other people don't pay a whole lot of attention. Uh, what, what do you try to do as far as being a leader in the classroom as well as in sports? I mean, how do you try to make a difference in those people's lives?
Um, I just like sometimes like some people act like they're not there, but I always feel like everybody's in the classroom, and like I talk to everybody, and like I'll be like, hey, like this, and like I've been buying a lot of candy from this girl, like from Arts Club, and I just feel like I should be doing that every day, and like I need to actually get some more money so I can buy some more candy from her, and making sure everybody knows that they're there, and I care about everybody.
A lot of candy might not be good unless you're giving it to other people too. I mean, I'm just saying. Well, maybe at my age it's not good. For you, you're probably able to burn it off really quickly, so that's good. Um, we're talking about the classroom and teachers. Tell us about your academics and all the awards that you've earned there, as well as a lot of the different clubs that you're involved in.
Yeah, so, like, I say I got, like, a 3.85 GPA, somewhere like that. So, I try to keep around A's every class, and, last year, I received the Award of Excellence, so it's like they hand out 2 of those for 1 boy and 1 girl for every school, and I received that last year, which meant a lot knowing that, like, hey, I'm doing the stuff and, I'm getting recognized for it. It means a lot. And then I'm in, FFA, and I'm actually the president of FBLA, and our first meeting's tomorrow morning.
All right. Are you prepared?
Kinda, kinda.
Okay. All right. So yeah, that's what we'll get done with this early so you can work on that so you're
Yep.
prepared. Good. So talk about FBLA. What tell for those people that don't understand that, tell us about what that what that club's about and what you guys do?
Yeah, so it's future. It stands for Future Business Leaders of America, and what we kind of do is we go to a contest up in Lebanon, yeah, and we just compete. And like what I do is I do like sports management. So like they give me like a topic, and then I like just go talk about it. But last
Mhm.
year I was sick during the competition, so
Oh,
it's my revenge year. Senior year
yeah,
is my
there you
revenge
go.
year.
Awesome.
Yep.
Good. Very good. That'll probably help motivate the others to do well too. So that's good. Speaking of motivating others, what kind of a legacy are you wanting to leave behind as a leader in the classroom and on the field?
Yeah, so, like, a lot some people know in the school that, like, I actually have dyslexia, so, like, I have to put in a little extra work to, like, fully understand some things and work harder, but, like, knowing that the hard work does pay off and that if you do the hard work, you'll get better grades and it works out at the end.
Well, you have, again, you focus on your academics as well as your athletics. What are some of your favorite subjects in school, and what do you enjoy about those?
Um, I enjoy, like, American history a lot. I could care less about, like, the other one, like, the world history, but American history, that's my stuff.
Yeah,
And last year, um, our teacher, Mr. Gatlin, he did a great, like, job, like, connecting with us, and, like, it made me just wanna listen more and be more respectful to him, and, like, it it was just very nice seeing him, like, be confident and teach us well, and, like,
mhm,
just made me wanna learn better, and I've always enjoyed history.
yeah. Talk about some of your other teachers and faculty. What do you appreciate about all of them and your experience at high school?
Um, they all of them care about us, like, they all want the best from us, and they're willing to, like, put in extra hours and, like, stay after school or come early before school and like, give us the help we need, um, and they're all super nice. They're none of them are, like, gonna start yelling at you for, like, missing a problem. And it's just a loving environment.
Very good. So have you started taking like ACT? Have you started doing those types of trying to get those scores? Have you done that yet?
Yeah, I took the ACT last year.
Uh-huh. You good? Or are you gonna take it
Yeah,
again?
no, I'm good. I don't wanna
Awesome.
do that again.
You had talked about having a touch of senioritis. We gotta watch out for that, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
very good. Well, Brooks, hey, we've flown through the first half of this interview. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break and we'll get back for the next half. And also at the very end, I didn't tell this before, so do not hang up on me. But at the very end, we're going to do a speed round and we're just going to ask some fun questions and um, we're going to get the inside scoop on some stuff, okay? All
Okay,
right.
sounds great.
All right. We will be right back after this quick commercial.
Services has been connecting employees with employers since 1977. Recently, CNS rebranded to CNS Employment Solutions to more clearly define their mission of serving the needs of applicants, employees, and businesses while remaining current and evolving with the changes in the workforce. One important thing has not changed. CNS Employment Solutions partners with a wide variety of employers, placing employees in jobs that match their skills and needs.
Say yes to CNS.
All right, CNS Employment Solutions, they do a fantastic job right here in mid-Missouri as far as making sure that employers are able to fill the positions that they are needing to fill with a talented workforce, as well as helping people that are needing jobs to get hooked up into the right situation with an employer. So if you know anybody that needs a job, have them contact Paula and her team at CNS Employment Solutions. Another sponsor of the program is Big Whiskey's right here in Jefferson City, and they are the sponsor of our Coach of the Issue. Every issue, they sponsor a coach from one of the schools right here in mid-Missouri. And, as we're getting ready to find out in a few questions that we ask Brooks here in just a moment, how important coaches are and the motivation, the development, the encouragement, just basically mentoring all the different all the hard work that they put in, all the time that they put in. We really appreciate our coaches right here in Mid-Missouri, and we appreciate Big Whiskies for giving a shout out to them. One more thing before we get back to Brooks is that I want to point out to you real quick. CNS is also a sponsor of the Redemption Inside the Walls concert. This is the 6th year, and Matt Maher is coming. He's a 9-time Grammy nominee as well as a 2-time Dove Award winner. So he's got some amazing music. He's going to be here on September 21st. You can go to redemptioninsidethewalls.com for tickets. $10 tickets. That is a ridiculous price. So if you want to get some great entertainment and just a great atmosphere, come on out to that on September 21st. And I wanted to tell you that the beneficiary this year is the Rape and Abuse Crisis Center. So a great cause. So if you want to bring some people out there with you, go to redemptioninsidethewalls.com and get your tickets. All right, we've had a great interview so far, and I'm looking forward to jumping right in for the next half. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, Brooks, man, I'm tired just talking about all that stuff I had to on the break. I need to get back to you talking.
Might as well.
All right, let's do that. Before we do that, though, I want to just quickly share that Tammy Hanover Kilmer says that she loves this kid. So thank you, Tammy, for that comment. Also, Alicia Noakes, she says, Brooks is a great, talented young man. Thank you, Alicia. We appreciate that. And again, Brooks, like I said, you're going to be able to pull that stuff up,
Yeah.
screenshot it, whatever you got to do. It's
Mhm.
it's going to be there for you. All right. Hey, you've shared a lot of really good stuff with us so far. Now, before we get into football, I want you to tell us a little bit about basketball and track, and what are your most memorable moments in those sports so far?
It was actually fun, like thinking back on these. But I think for basketball is like my freshman year, the our court warming actually, our court warming basketball game freshman year. First for sales, like it was so loud and like for sales, like their type of basketball made the score go up, and I'm pretty sure I got the 100th point for our team, and that was super exciting. And we came out with the W that game, and that was like, super exciting. And the crowd super loud, and it was just super fun. And but then for track, I think my favorite memory for track was my freshman year. Also, we were in Montgomery County, I think, and it was freezing. It was freezing, and we were in a baseball dugout right by the football field, by the track, and I was running the 400, and everybody scratched out of it except me. So I was the only one running a 400, and and it was freezing. And that was
Yeah,
super fun.
yeah. Well, I don't know about running in the cold being super fun, but if you say so, I will just agree with you. How's that?
Yeah.
All right. So with those two sports, tell us a little bit about what you are looking forward to in those going into your senior year.
Um, I'm excited to just play with my friends again. Like just like keep competing with my friends. It's just super fun. But basketball, like Coach Conway's taught me that like there's very different ways of playing the game of basketball. Like there's how people like think it should be played, and then like how like teams should play the game. And like Conway has the perfect game plan for us, and I love playing like that. And just knowing that there's different ways and different X and O's for everybody, and playing the correct way for your team is very important.
And how about in track? What do you appreciate about your coaches there?
Um, Well, I really appreciate our coach last year, Coach Stout. He was such a hype man. He was our defensive coordinator for football too, and like before every football game, he would give us me and my teammate Tyler Oden. He give us some fruit, and that was like our best, like our favorite time. And like we tell each other we need to bring fruit before every game so we can like make up for his loss. But now they're they're so excited like about running, and like it's just like we're running. I don't know how you're so excited, but they're so passionate about it, and that's what I love about track.
Yeah. Well, and you run a pretty difficult race. We talked about that, the 400 meters. I mean, that's a pretty brutal. I mean, people call it a sprint, but it's kind of a long distance mix in there. Tell us about why you enjoy that and what's rewarding and what's difficult about it.
I think it's rewarding to see like not everybody's doing it. Like everybody's trying to run from it, but like me and my brothers, we always talk about liking it bitter. Like we don't like it sweet, we like it bitter, and
Uh-huh.
we joke around that that's how California, Missouri is. We Everybody likes it bitter. We don't like it the easy way. We like running far. We like
Yeah,
doing the hard stuff.
good. Speaking of hard stuff, you weren't even able to compete in track this last year, were you?
No,
Tell
sadly.
tell everybody what happened as far as what kept you out of that.
Yeah, so in football, the beginning of football, somewhere around there, I tore my labrum actually, and then like I kept playing on it, so I guess it got a little worse and a little worse, and it came like to be like almost like a 360 like tear, and so I had to get surgery, and it was like a 6 month recovery. So like right after basketball, I got surgery, and I came back right before the football season, and super exciting being able to play my senior year.
Yeah, that's good. And you told me with before the program that it's doing good so far. Everything's going well with
Yep.
that.
Hmm.
Awesome. You were just wanting to get out there and hit people, weren't you?
Yep.
Awesome. You talked about somebody else being really great support for you. Why don't you tell us about your coach in football and how he's been such a contributor in your life and the team?
Yeah, so Coach Grubb became our coach last year, at the beginning of last year, and um, it's kind of sad that like I get such a short like time with him. Like I don't get the full 4 years like everybody else does, but um, like the 2 years I do get with him, it's very nice. He's like given us like different things that other people haven't. Like he's given us the quote of riding the wave, and I don't I take that way more like personal than everybody else because like I feel like I have to go through struggles and like knowing that hey, it's gonna become better at some point, and knowing that's gonna happen means a lot and means a lot to me. And he's given that to us, and we all say it, but I think I take that to heart more than everybody else on the team.
And we've got that in print because that was the title of your article, Ride the Wave. Yes, you do take it serious and serious enough that we knew that that needed to be your title. That's great. So with Ride the Wave, how do you, as a senior, a leader, how do you help motivate your teammates, the underclassmen? How do you motivate them to do that same thing?
um like just keeping everybody accountable, like knowing like you're gonna have to put in hard work and it's gonna suck, but like at the end of the day, like it's gonna feel great. Like we run 40s and everybody hates them on the team, but like we're talking about it like end of season last year, we are like, hey, like this is where the 40s came in, like we got to run them, and that knowing that like the hard work is gonna pay off at the end of the day.
Absolutely. Speaking of hard work, you play both halfback on offense and defensive back in football. You've earned honorable mention on the all conference team for running back the last 2 years and been first team all conference and all district as a defensive back and a second team all state as a defensive back. What what have what have what has that recognition meant to you and how are you going to work to improve on that this year?
Well, like putting in the hard work and like seeing that like outcomes are great, and knowing that like I'm doing this for a reason, and um knowing that I still got to work way harder to become where I want to be. And I think it starts with like fixing the little things, like making the little things perfect. And like we always talk about all of the little things add up, and like that's how we were such a great football team last year. We did the little things that other teams wouldn't do, and I think that's important for our football team this year to complete.
Absolutely. So you've had two games so far. Your first one you played, and that was a loss. What did you learn from that loss, and then was able to take into the following week and getting your first win this year?
Well, um, knowing that like hey, we got our stuff. We just got to perfect it. Like some people like we weren't great at tackling, and so like the whole next week we worked on tackling, or like blocking. We couldn't hold our blocks, so we blocked the whole next week. And I think that just doing that every week is going to get us a little better for week 10. And that's our ultimate goal: winning the first week of playoffs, and so we can play bonus football. We say so we can play week 11, week 12 that most teams won't even get to play.
Absolutely. Um, so this being your final year, um, how far do you think? I mean, what are you thinking? How far we're going to take this thing?
Um, the goal's week 15. That's
Yeah,
always the goal, making it all the way, and that would be so fun to play
yeah,
like with such great teams, like and knowing that other teams weren't able to make it this far and we could.
absolutely. Well, definitely good luck on that. Um, what do you appreciate? What do you appreciate about your teammates, and how are you helping lead them? What do you really appreciate about those guys?
Well, like I consider myself a leader, but they're not scared to like call me out when I'm not being my best, and like I've gotten yelled at by like my teammates for like maybe jogging a rep or in or not being my best, and they'll call me out for that, and me calling other people out for not doing their best. And I think that's special about our football team. We all want the best out of everybody, and we aren't scared to call each other out about that.
Very good. What are your goals beyond high school?
Yeah, so I'm hoping to go play college football somewhere. Don't know where that is yet, but that is the goal. And then to pursue a degree in business or ag business. I haven't decided yet, but still got time.
So, you've had a lot of good support on the program already. Nice, some great comments. What do you really appreciate about the community support there in California, and how amazing has that been?
It's super nice just being able to like go around town and like everybody's like, "Hey, like great game last Friday," or like, "Hey, you had a great run," or "Great interception." And I love knowing that people do watch our games and like do support us every week and see how much like work we're putting in, and them showing us that they care.
Well, speaking of that, in your article, you talked about going into one of the restaurants in the mornings. Um, Tell us about that and how it was at Burger House in the
Yep,
morning.
yep.
And you said it's very evident when visiting the wise men at Burger House. So tell us about that.
Yeah. So I've been going to Burger House in the morning since I was like super young. Me and my mom will go there every morning, and she get her drinks, and then we head over to the flower shop. And but we always talk to the old men, and they've always showed they've always showed support in me, and like saying like, "Hey, great job this game," or like, "How's the boys looking this year?" And like being able to talk football with them or just any sport with them.
Yeah.
Super fun to be with them.
Well, good. I'm now we're going to have to make a clarification here. What do you consider to be old men? Okay. Okay. Look at
When the
the
hair
gray
starts
here.
getting white hair,
Or
yeah.
gone.
Oh yeah,
All right. Yeah, you better just leave it at that. We'll just leave it at
yeah,
that.
yeah,
You still want that support from those wise men down
yeah.
there. Okay, so we talked a little bit about your article in the picture and how impressive that is. What did it mean to you to be featured in Sports Locker and your school um, nominating you to be in that position?
It meant a lot. Like having sports soccer tell my story to everybody, and it meant a lot. Like seeing like the high school being like, "Hey, he should represent our high school," and putting me as like kind of the front cover, kind of for the
Hmm.
school meant
Good.
a lot.
So, have your brothers, have they asked for your autograph? Magazine. Have they done anything like that?
No, they haven't asked for it, but my physical therapist, he has my autographs.
Okay, okay. That this could be a great Christmas gift that you could give to your brothers. You can autograph it and give it to them, and
Hmm.
they'll
Tell him to save it.
yeah, they'll open it up and they'll probably hit you with it. I don't know. It's possible. All right. Hey, you've done an outstanding job. This has been a great interview. We really like to dig in a little bit more. Go off of your great article, great story. What a great story you had as far as coming off of injury and being able to get back for your senior year. So we're really excited and looking forward to what you're going to do the rest of the year in that. But now we're going to have a little bit of fun. We're going to do the speed round. And, you talked about your mom going with you to Burger House in the morning and get drinks. What is your favorite thing that you like to get from Burger House?
I love their bacon egg on bacon egg on toast sandwich. That's really good, and it's actually kind of healthy, so it's a win
Yeah,
win there.
yeah, good. Well, when we are delivering magazines, when they come out, which I think we should be by this Friday, having the September, October issue, I should be picking that up. So that should be out in the mail and delivered to schools and stuff by this next week. But I usually stop in there for lunch and I will have the Philly steak and cheese. Very good. So
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if somebody wants a good Philly steak and cheese, that's one of the places you need to go. What is your favorite go-to snack after a football game or meal after a football game?
Um, I, it's bad to say, but I love Little Debbie's. Little Debbie's are so good.
All right. Hey, again, you probably have burned off a ton of calories and you're ready for something. Good. So, what would you say is the place in the world that you would most like to go visit and why?
Ooh, um, oh gosh, I wasn't ready for that one. I'm gonna say France. It just
Okay.
seems cool to go see France.
Okay. I'm going to burst your bubble here real quick, okay? We went
Okay.
over there and we went to minister to some missionaries, and I have never seen anything like it. We were at the Eiffel Tower. They have all these guys around it with machine guns, military personnel. We went to Notre Dame before it had burned, and
Hmm.
there were literally four of the military personnel walking back to back to back, covering all directions, walking in front of there, and I was like, should we really be here? But here's the most crazy part, and you probably enjoy watching this, is that the roundabouts that we have here,
Hmm.
those are a piece of cake. Roundabouts that they have there, I mean, I don't even consider it a round. They're just all just meshing all together in all these different directions, and I was like, oh, I am so thankful I'm not driving through here. But they have beautiful scenery, beautiful places to go visit. So yeah, it's worth going to. I'm just having a little bit of fun with you.
Hmm.
Um, all right, now we're going to get to the nitty gritty. What is that one chore that you dislike doing the most around the house?
The dishes. The dishes suck.
All right, so we got to clarify on that. Do you have a dishwasher or do you have to wash them by hand?
We have the dishwasher, but
Oh, Brooks, come on, man.
yeah.
I grew up. We had to do them by hand. We had a dishwasher, but it was broke, so we had to do them by hand. Yeah, no, I get it. That was one of the ones I didn't like to do either. The one I didn't like to do was take out the trash on Saturday morning. That was the one day I thought I could sleep in, and my mom would wake me up to take the trash out, and the trash wouldn't even come until like Tuesday. I was like, Mom, what's the deal? Do you help your dad on the farm any different chores, stuff like that?
um, I do a little on the farm, but I work more at the flower shop. I do a
Yeah.
lot more at the flower shop than on
Okay.
the farm.
Yeah. What do you help your mom with there?
I do a lot of deliveries. I've kind of like done a little more of like designing the flowers, but not much of that.
Uh-huh. So you are the guy that gets to take people the good stuff and they're like, "Oh, thank you. Thanks. You're
Yeah,
the good guy." Awesome.
yeah.
Good. All right. Brooks done an outstanding job. I want to give you an opportunity if there's anything else that you would want to share or give a shout out to anybody. Oh, no, wait a minute. Wait a minute. We do have one more question. One more question.
Oh, okay.
And who is the person that is the loudest that you can hear in the stands from your family?
Um, really, it's my brother Walker Bogart, but not in my family. Basketball games, it's Elizabeth Cotton. I
Okay.
always hear her yelling every game.
Very good. Way to go, Elizabeth. Good job. All right. Okay, we'll go ahead and let you finish by giving a shout out and anybody you want to say anything about or appreciate.
No, I'm just gonna yell shout outs to my family, Coach Grubb, Coach Stout, Coach Conway, Coach K, Mr. Gatlin. Um, I think that's it. That's all
All
I
right.
got.
Very good. Well, you've done an outstanding job. I'm going to have you hold on to after I close out the program. I'll just quickly visit with you here, but we really enjoyed having you on here and look forward to what you've got going with the rest of this year and where you decide to go play football at. I'm just already calling that out. You're going to be playing somewhere, so looking forward to hearing about that. Thank you so much. Okay, I'll be with you in just a moment.
Okay.
All right. All right, thank you everybody for joining us tonight on One Nation of Sports Soccer Magazine Extra. We had the California Pinto standout football player, basketball player, track athlete. We had Brooks Volkart on the program tonight, and make sure that you continue to holler at him from the stands. I mean, he's here in Elizabeth, but he needs to hear from some more of you guys out there. Make sure that he's hearing your voice as well. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Make sure you join us every Monday night at 7 p.m. when we try to feature more student athletes, as well as sometimes we have different celebrities that we bring on, like we've had Ozzie Smith, Neil Smith, also Kimball Anders, and we've had a few others on here that are different famous musicians that are coming to the concert. So make sure you join us. We always look forward to having you on here. I'm your host, Kirk DeMars, and until next time, God bless you, and we'll see you then.